Hello, welcome to my ultimate presentation about LED VC laser. In this presentation, I will talk about what is LED, what is advantages of LED, and what is disadvantages of LED. At the same time, I will talk about what is laser, advantages and disadvantages of lasers, and what is the differences between LED and laser. If you don't know, I will teach them. So let me teach you LED and laser. I know it's not a good joke, but I wanna make it funny, and I like to do my jobs with humor. And in my opinion, it's more memorizable. And I have to say before we start, LED is not just for gamers who likes RGB colored LEDs on PC, as you can see in the picture. And what is LED? Let's start with that. LED, in full name, light emitting diode, is an optoelectronic device which works on the principles of electroluminescence. Electroluminescence is the property of the material to convert electrical energy into light energy, and later it radiates this light energy. In the same way, the semiconductor in LED emits light under the influence of electric field. What is the advantage of LED? Temperature range. It can be operated over wide range of temperature ranging. Switching time. The switching time of LED is in order of 1 nanosecond. Thus, they are useful in dynamic operations where a large number of arrays are used. Low power consumption. They consume less power and they can be used even if the DC power supplied is low. Better controlling. The radiant power of LED is the function of the current following in it. Thus, the light intensity of LED can be controlled easily. Economical and reliable. LEDs are cheap and they possess a high degree of reliability, small size and portability. They are small in size and can be stacked together for the formation of alphanumeric displays. Higher efficiency. The efficiency of LED is convert power to light energy is 10 to 50 times greater than that of tungsten lamp. The response time of LED is 0 0.1 second, while in the case of tungsten lamp it is in tens or hundreds of milliseconds. Uh, it's not is has any disadvantage. Of course, it has many disadvantage. It's not many. As sorry, it's not many. It's only two. I can just found two in my search. Overvoltage or overcurrent. The LEDs may get damaged when the current is increased beyond a certain limit. Overheating due to radiant power. It gets overheated with an excessive increase in radiant power. This may lead to damage of LED. I'm nervous, sorry. We learned LED, then what is laser? Laser is an acronym of light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. A laser diode emits radiation of a single wavelength, or sometimes a narrow band of closely spaced wavelength. It emits light due to stimulated emissions. In this when an incident photon strikes semiconductor atom. The electrons at higher energy level recombine with lower energy level hole. Due to these, two photons are emitted, one incident photon and other is emitted due to recombination of electrons and hole. So it's not just about putting them to eyes for making a good meme in this picture or this picture, or play with cats. Does laser have advantage? Of course it has advantage. Everything has advantage and disadvantage. The advantage of laser is low power consumption device, economical as its cost of manufacturing and operating is low. It can be operated for a long time, portable due to its small size and internal architecture, highly reliable and highly efficient. Well, also laser has disadvantage, as I said. I just found two again in my search. These are temperature dependent and thus its operating is affected by the change in operating temperature. It is not suitable for high power application. So finally, we will see difference between LED and laser. Working principles. Our parameters are working principles, freeform, response, driving current, nature of emitted light, junction area during manufacturing, bandwidth range, power of light conversion efficiency, numerical aperture of the obtained light beam, cost. LED. LED, electroluminance. Laser, stimulated emissions. LED, light emitted diode. Laser, light amplification by stimulated emissions of radiation. LED has slower response. Laser has fast response in comparison to LED. LED, it range from 50 to 100 milliampere. Laser, it range from 5 to 40 milliampere. LED nature of emitted light incurrent and consists of various colors, laser, current and monochromatic. LED wide junction area, laser narrow and small junction. LED it lies in the range of 10 to 50 terahertz. Laser it lies in the narrow range from 1 megahertz to 2 megahertz. LED power of light conversion efficiency approximately 20%, laser approximately 70%. LED numerical aperture of the obtained light beam higher in LEDs, extremely low as compared to LEDs, about laser. Laser extremely low as compared to LEDs. Cost. LEDs costs are so low, low cost and thus economical. Lasers has high cost and thus used in the specific application. The significant difference between LED and laser lies in the working principle. LED emits a light and as the consequence of charge carriers recombination across p-n junction, while laser emits light as a result of photons striking the atom and compels them to release the similar photon. A laser works on the principle of stimulated emission, and LED works on the principle of electroluminance. Thus, in laser, a released photon strikes another atom to release a similar photon, and therefore, the beam of light thus produced is coherent in nature. On the contrary, the light produced by LED is incoherent. Thus, light emitted by LED consists of many colors while light beam generated by the laser is monochromatic. LED is the acronym of light emitting diode, while the laser is the abbreviated term used for light amplification by simulated emission of radiation. And that's my presentation. Thanks for listening to me.